Okay. I don't play games for 500 hours.
Some people have a lot of hours on their favorite games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot. Some people have over 400 hours on Red Dead 2 or Borderlands
Dang.
2.
Oh, geez.
770.
That was me. At least in Borderlands. RDR 2, I still haven't played. Borderlands 2, I played the shit out of that on Xbox 360. I did not play it on Steam. Played so many hours on Xbox.
73 hours on Geometry Dash, 1100 hours on DayZ, nearly 1300 hours on Terraria, over
Uh-huh.
5000 hours on CSGO or Euro Truck Simulator.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
These people really like their favorite games. I mean, they must like it a lot to play for 226 days.
Dang. That's actually, compared to World of Warcraft, those are honestly rookie numbers. But I don't think it's because they really like it. I think there's like to some degree a level of just familiarity with a game that you just want to just you're comfortable with. Like you don't feel like learning a new game. You're fine just playing the same game over and over again. And you just more it depends on the game too, but you just autopilot. I mean, I would imagine that's like a huge thing. I mean, there's a lot of games that just have a lot of like replay value in the sense like something like Path of Exile, Diablo, like ARPGs, that top down type view, those offer like a ton of replay value. Borderlands, looter shooters in general,
Maybe it's not even necessarily their favorite game,
Yeah.
but they just keep coming back to it. It makes me curious. I wonder what it is that makes them want to play for so long.
It honestly, I would guess that the game is just good enough and they're familiar with the game. Like if it's a shooting game, if you like to like shoot things, then yeah, play a shooting game for 500 plus hours. And you're fine. You learn the mechanics, you learn the gun skill, the movement, what's good, what's bad. You follow the game, all this extra stuff, and then yeah, you just play the game.
It can even make me a little bit jealous. These people like a single game this much to come back to it time and time again. But I don't have any games like that on Steam.
So, I would also say there are certain like single player games where I will play the single player game over and over again, but I still haven't accrued like 500 hours in it. I think, for example, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I think I've played in my entire life. I played that game from beginning to end. I think it was like 4 times because I just enjoyed it that much. But altogether, I still wouldn't say I have about 500 hours in it.
Steam. My most played game is a measly 287 hours on Stardew Valley,
Mm-hmm.
and that's split over a few different playthroughs over a few years. In fact, here are my top 13 most played games on Steam.
Ooh.
Only 7 of them are over just 100 hours. With these games, I've played them for quite a while, but eventually I stop and move on to something else.
Huh.
It's not like I disliked the games. Most of these are actually among my favorite games of all time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really loved playing them, but I could never see myself playing for that long. Ultimately, I reach a
Ah.
stopping point. I put down the controller and I start playing the next game. So where is that game for me? Where's the game that I can play for 500 hours without getting bored? The game that I boot up for a few hours at night when I can't think of anything else to do. A game I could play for months and months, and it would still keep me entertained. Well, the answer is, I don't have one,
Huh.
and I'm not sure if I ever will. But there are
I think that's completely fine to just not have a game that you play over and over and over again. If you played the game once and you feel like you are wholeheartedly satisfied with it, with I don't know, the one playthrough, or maybe if it was like 2 playthroughs and there's like a good side and a bad side, and that's the entirety of the game and you're happy with it, well then great. Um, yeah.
times when I yearn for a game like this. I want a game so special to me that it makes me want to invest that much time into it. I've had a taste of it before.
Ooh.
When my country was in a really long lockdown, I started playing Satisfactory, and I
Ooh.
dumped 130 hours into this game over the course of about a month. I was locked inside all day, and all I would think about is how I'm going to grow my factory after I'd finished my online school. I would play this game all night long, and one time, after a 7-hour session of automating, I looked out my window, in real life. I expected it to be completely dark, but to my surprise, the sun was rising and the birds were chirping.
Oh
I
shit.
vividly remember seeing somebody on their morning jog down the street, which was
Bro, I've had that type of moment. I'd have to try to remember what game was I playing when I did this. There would have to be an instance of World of Warcraft. That would have to be in there. I think there's also happened playing Call of Duty. Yeah, that was also in there. Um Also, I think some Assassin's Creed game early, like the Ezio days, like it was either like Brotherhood or something like that. It was one of those games. Uh yep.
hilarious to me.
Oh, and then also late night Super Smash Bros sessions with the boys. Yep.
I was so entirely engrossed in this game that I didn't realize it was now 5 a.m. So I went to bed and I probably started playing the game again after waking up at 2 in the afternoon. I had the best time playing Satisfactory. It's the type of game that I could definitely see myself playing for 500 hours. But I got near the end of the main progression system, and I reached a stopping point once more. The time came when I felt I just had to put it down. I definitely could have played for longer, automating everything further and becoming more productive, but for whatever reason, I stopped. I want to clarify again that I didn't stop playing because I disliked the game, because I didn't. I loved it. I'm not too sure why I stopped, but for a time, I got a brief glimpse of having a game that takes over your whole life. Yet all of this added up to just 130 hours, which pales in comparison to the hour counts of some other people.
Oh yeah, that's actually crazy.
For me, it seems impossible to find a game that I could play for that long. So how do other people play for so long? Do they not get bored? Do they not reach a stopping point? I think it largely...
Why do people play that long? To some degree, I would probably think there is a level of skill adaptation that goes on. Like, whenever you're trying to like learn a new game, everybody will learn the game at a different pace. So that's one aspect. And then sometimes like people just like beat the game and they're satisfied, but they want to beat the game in a different way. So like me, like right now, I'm going through like Monster Hunter World again, even though I already have a character with like 300, I forgot how many hours. I think it's like 250 hours, something like that. But I'm just going through the game, but with a different weapon. Because, I mean, I could easily go into the other one, into the other file with, and just make the weapons and just do the missions over again. But I just want to go through the game again with a different weapon. Just because, I don't know, like something like Monster Hunter World it's appealing to me. It's, I don't know, I think it's like the core gameplay mechanics have to be, like very satisfying. Like if the game is just fun to play from like a very like basic standpoint, then yeah, you could easily squeeze out 500 hours. Or like for me, fucking like aim training and Kovacs. Like I have like about 1500 hours just clicking dots and reticle or clicking dots and like cylinders, dude.
It depends on the type of game that one is playing. For many people, the games they play are highly replayable, or even endless. People who play games like Civilization usually have incredibly high hour counts because they can play over and over again. Euro Truck Simulator and other simulation games can just go forever. People find it relaxing to drive for thousands of hours. And good for them. I've played the game and I can definitely see the appeal of just chilling and driving around every night.
Yeah.
Games like Skyrim, Terraria, Stardew Valley, Factorio, there's something about them that makes people want to play again and again. These games can basically last forever. Or, after you get bored with your 100-hour save file, instead of moving on to a different game, you can start a new save file as a different class, or try a different playstyle. Even though every Skyrim character ends up being a stealth archer.
True, dude. Very true.
There are certain people who can play these games again and again and love them just as much as they did the first time. And I love all these games, but usually I play them once and then I'm kinda done. I actually lied a little bit earlier. There is one game where I do have a large number of hours. It's just not on Steam. Even though my hour count of this game is not tracked, I can say with certainty that I definitely have over 1,000 hours on Minecraft.
Oh, okay.
Minecraft is a good example of this type of game that can be played forever. The sandbox nature of the game, along with the unlimited creativity the game allows you to use, leads to what everyone knows as the 2-week Minecraft phase, where
Oh,
you and all your friends get a realm and play 24/7 until you burn out. We've all been there. And I've been playing.
bro, actually, I have still never played Minecraft at all. Like, I know there's like a bunch of different modes, a bunch of different ways to play the game, but I still just haven't played Minecraft.
For over a decade now, so all of those realms I've been on add up. Not to mention the number of hours I've spent on Mineplex and Hypixel over the years. Looking through my old realms for that footage made me really nostalgic, and now I just want to make a video about Minecraft. This relates to another type of game that easily allows people to play for 500 hours. Multiplayer games are.
Yeah, I mean, Minecraft allows you to just like have that freeform, build whatever you want type of game. It's like if you're a creator, if you have like some level of like creativeness in your brain that you just like want to get out, Minecraft is just perfect.
An obvious cause for people having astonishingly high hour counts.
Oh
Being
yeah.
able to play with your friends makes any game a lot more fun than it actually is. Due to the casual nature of playing a short match of something with your friends, you can play these games again and again and again. For some people, the grind of getting better and climbing a competitive ladder drives them to keep playing.
Mhm.
Over time, this can accumulate pretty quickly into hundreds or thousands of hours. I've played my fair share of multiplayer games, some of which I've played for quite a long time. But eventually, I stopped feeling the compulsion to finish a battle pass or play the same game over and over, when I could be playing.
Bro, that's so like for me, that's so disheartening to hear that the main reason that you play a shooting game is to finish the battle pass. And it's kind of revealing too. Um I mean, the FPS genre is just in shambles, dude. But go off, keep going, keep going.
Something fresh instead. For these people that love a game so much to play it for 500 hours or more, that's good for them. They're happy and that's great. Different strokes for different folks. I do play multiplayer games as well. I'm not saying that I avoid them entirely.
Right.
But in general, I tend to enjoy shorter single player games more.
Oh yeah.
I just don't feel that.
Uh my whole like view on that is that I think you can enjoy like every type of game. Like, you know how like in certain RPGs you'll have like armor slots? Um I kind of view like playing games as like each armor slot is like a different game genre. So like what's my favorite FPS I'm playing right now? It could be Valorant. What's my favorite roguelike? It could be Crab Champions or Hades or whatever. What's my favorite MMO? It could be Guild Wars. And then what's my favorite like just chilling out relaxing game? It could be Minecraft. You know, you can play a bunch of different type of games and you can just say that like yes, I'm playing them but like at a different pace. It's you know, sometimes my favorite type of game is this genre. Sometimes my favorite type of game is that genre. It's just it's like an ebb and flow.
The drive to play one game for that long. And I'm sure there are lots of other people like me as well. But you know what does drive me? Oh yeah! Playing a wide variety of games. Playing through a great game, finishing it, and moving on to another great game.
Yeah.
This variety is what I crave. Being able to explore a myriad of different genres and delve into various corners of the gaming world, that's what brings me joy. I love doing a little bit of everything. I just personally enjoy shorter, digestible experiences that have a definite ending. I like to focus on finding the most unique and innovative experiences I can.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I used to be like that too. And I used to be like that when I had my old consoles as well. A lot of the time, the games would just be like a one and done. Just beat the game once and then I would be satisfied. It's this like current trend, you know, at least with like within AAA games of they need to make a lot of games like they're making less volume of games, but they're focusing more attention on like one single game, but making it live service. And if they want more money, they just pump out more skins in that live service game. Um, but I mean, that's why like indie devs and like double A studios are like starting to pop off, because there are people that still like those like kind of shorter experiences, like single player type games, but the triple A devs are just not providing those. So where are they going to look? They're going to look elsewhere. Yeah.
rather than maximizing my time in a single game. Playing one game for too long gives me a sort of FOMO. I get bored and start thinking, I could be playing something new and fresh right now. Also, by playing a wide range of games, I hope to become more experienced and knowledgeable about the medium as a whole. Hopefully this will make me a more credible source when talking about video games on this channel too. I think the key factor is actually not the type of games that we're playing, but the type of person playing them. While person A loves playing the same game every day because they really like it, and that makes them happy, person B might want to have some variety and switch it up between games. I think that person A and person B are just attracted naturally to different types of games, and both options are okay. Leave a comment below if you're person A or person B, because I'm curious and I want to know what people think about this. To sum up, there are certain people that can play their favorite games for 500 hours, no issues. But I'm not one of those people. I crave variety, and playing through a range of games brings me joy. Although, I sometimes do wish that I had something that hooks me for that long.
Oh yeah.
Maybe one day I'll find that game. If you like...
I mean, if...
the video, then consider subscribing to hear me talk some more about video games in the future. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, man, this is a good ass video, for sure. I mean, I think I don't know, maybe it's just like an age thing, but I just don't give a shit about the whole FOMO thing anymore. Like, if a game gets good reviews or something, like if a game just drops, no matter how good it is, I'm just not. I don't feel the FOMO anymore that I used to. Like, if a game gets good reviews, then yeah, I'll probably go pick it up or something. Like, if it's really good and everyone's popping off about it, I'll be like, oh, okay, maybe I'll still get it if it's like a week or two or whatever, and then I'll still buy it at full price. But most of the time, I just wait like a year or two for like a new game to like drop in price, and then I'll go buy it. I mean, I don't know. It was just like a slow transition. It wasn't like an overnight thing that it happened to me, but I don't know. It's like certain games I will get hyped up for, and then most games I just won't. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's, I hope they make some more games where I can dump like 500 hours into. Like, I hope they don't fuck up the new, what do you call it? The Elder Scrolls. We saw what happened with Starfield. Hopefully Todd doesn't mess that one up. Because I would really like to enjoy the next Elder Scrolls installment. Maybe I could dump 500 hours into that. Who knows? And then here's to dumping another 500 hours into Kovacs. And hopefully getting out of Masters. But yeah, man, it was definitely a good video. I like it. And I want to see more. So until next time, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Later.